Okay, it's coming up on 6k. Let's open them up a bit, see what they can do. Okay, so new shoe day. Just love a new orange multi-box, and it is the new Pegasus 39s in this really cool colorway. I'm really loving it. It's almost like a hot pink red. Does that even make sense? Hot pink red? Anyway, yeah, absolutely loving the look of these. It's got the familiar kind of waffle pattern of the pegs, and I'm kind of liking the look of these little bungees that they've got here, which I think are going to give a really nice lockdown. Get the other one out. Okay, sweet. Looking forward to giving these a go. Into the park, coming up on 4 kilometers. And yeah, feeling good. They're been running a lot in the street flies recently, which are, I think, price point about £20 more expensive than pegs, peg 39s. So these ones I think are coming at about 106, 109 or something. There's definitely a lot more shoe for the money. I feel that they're heavier. Comfy though, definitely the upper is very comfy, which has always been, usually been a feature of the pegs, I should say. I think peg 37s were a bit thinner on top, and certainly I had an issue with the laces, that they were digging into the top of my foot, whereas these I can feel that there's nice padding on top of the shoe, and yeah, it feels really good on the foot. It feels really locked down, really nice. Relatively firm ride, I think I'd say, but that's in comparison to the Streak Fly, which has obviously got the Zoom X foam. These are React foam. So the Streak Fly or the Vapor Fly, you know, it feels like you're running on clouds, running on marshmallows. These are definitely, can feel there's more firmness there to the foam. It's definitely a firmer ride, but then it makes it more durable. They're going to last longer, I assume, I hope. Yeah, not too hard to keep what we're doing in a minute. 178 cadence should really be 180, so I'll try and speed the feet up a bit. We'll see how they fare on the canal. Just ticked over 5k. Onto the canal now, as you can see. Absolutely gorgeous day in Skipton. Running at about 420 to 440 pace. It's nice and easy for me. I did a track session yesterday in Skipton AC, doing some sprints, so just nice easy run, get the legs moving. Perfect opportunity to try out the new Pegasus. I do feel
There's a few little hot spots on my feet. I tend to get, in some shoes, hot spots just underneath the ball of my foot and at the side around my toes. I can feel that a little bit, so I'm not sure if that's just because it's a warm day. Then certainly not as breathable as, say, the Vaporfly or the Streakfly, where I really feel I'm getting a lot of ventilation to the foot. Or a warmer shoe, I imagine that's going to be good for in colder mornings or colder months when you want to go out and take them out for a wintry run. They're going to last you and keep your feet warm through that 30k long run. But at the minute, well, hot spots are always a worry, so I'll just keep an eye on them. Okay, just coming up on 6k. Let's open them up a bit, see what they can do. Feeling underfoot is really nice. It's a very familiar feeling. I've run in Pegasus shoes before. I think I've been running in Pegasus shoes. I think the first pair I had was the Peg 34s. And then I've had pretty much every pair that's come out since. In fact, I've still got like a dozen pairs of Peg 35s, I think, that I just use as walking shoes now. They're so comfy after they've run out, and I feel like this shoe is maybe going to be the same kind of shoe for me, that feels like it's got enough cushion and enough fabric in the upper. It's comfortable enough that I'm going to want to keep wearing this even once I've worn it down and I don't feel like I'm getting the kind of bounce from the foam. Certainly one thing to look out for with your shoes is that I used to wear them until, you know, the outsole was just gone. You know, it was literally wearing through to the foam. But I think actually foam can lose its qualities a lot sooner than that. And if you're doing very high mileage or trying to run hard, then you just need to watch out for your shins and your Achilles, that once that foam has given way, you're not getting the same kind of cushion and response, that you're not going to end up injured with your high mileage. Nice little bit of speed in the run. Just open the legs up for a minute or so. I think I was running probably around 3 to 3:15 per kilometre. Which is basically somewhere between my rep and my interval pace. A little bit naughty on a recovery run, but there we go. It's one of the nice things about the Pegasus shoe is that you can open them up, go for a bit faster in them when you feel like it. Certainly don't feel as fast as in something like the Streakfly or the Vaporfly, but then these don't cost £230. You're not going to want to be doing all your speed sessions in your Vaporflies unless money's no object. But the Streakfly really does now, I think, provide a very interesting alternative for your speed work. It's about £130, which is expensive. You know, you used to be able to pick up a pair of shoes 50-60 quid, 130, but the kind of shoe you're getting is not so much more expensive than these. For your tempo, for your threshold, for your intervals and your reps, which I did on the track, it's just a world of difference. So it's not to say anything too bad about the old faithful Pegasus, because you still can run fast in them. So perhaps on your long runs, if you're doing a fartlek session or a 30k where you want to work in a little bit of marathon pace, a few threshold efforts, Pegasus is going to look after you. One thing I do notice running in them is that my cadence keeps dropping down as compared to how it was yesterday, and on the 5 and 10k runs I've done outside in the street flies. And I wonder if that's something to do with the weight. They're by no means a heavy shoe, but coming at about 250 grams in a size 7, UK size 7, as compared to I think 180 grams for the street fly. I think I'll have to weigh that when I get in to check, but if that's really 70 grams of difference per shoe, that's a huge difference. The other thing I notice is that Pegasus does have, I think, a centimetre drop from heel to toe. So I do feel that my feet are kind of pushing forwards every step. I'm having to just slightly adjust. Whereas I think the street fly, don't know the exact millimetre drop, but it's certainly a lot lower than that, as is the Alpha Fly and the Vapor Fly.
Okay, so that is 12.7 kilometers done, 440 per kilometer pace, just coming in under an hour in the Pegasus 39s. And initial impressions are that I like them. I feel like it's a really nice comfort in the top of the shoe, the upper. I really like that they've gone back to these bungee cords, see the little yellow bungees that they have here. I think in the 38s they went to a kind of thicker band, which I didn't feel gave quite as good a lockdown, whereas I felt like I was really nicely locked down into this. The hot spots that I felt didn't seem to give me too much trouble for the rest of the run, so that's really cool. And they felt good going at a kind of recovery pace and an easy pace, but also when I sped up a bit. So I'll take these to about 100 kilometers and then I will give it a full review and see how I'm getting on with them. The one worry I do have is that possibly because of the higher stack height that I'm currently running in, I do feel I'm getting some pressure around my Achilles, and I'm wondering whether, because my heel is slightly higher up and the way that I have my foot strike, that I'm getting sort of some pressure there and some pain there. So I just need to keep track of that and see how it goes. So watch out for the full review, and that's all for today.